I moved to a new town a couple of years ago. In the beginning, I was battling, so I had to take on another job. The only other job available at the time was a night shift job. Of course, I had to take it because I did need the money. The first couple of weeks went by okay. Just the normal, usual paranoia, but nothing hectic. Working at night was new to me. I always worked day shift most of my life. My job was a packer, packing shelves in the storeroom. I was also required to help out in the front if needed, as there were only 2 other people working the shift. The one night it was around 11 p.m. The last customers of the store were starting to leave, and it started to get quiet, as it usually did. I went about my normal packing in the storeroom. One of the other ladies asked me to help out in the front while she took a short break. I finished up packing the shelf and headed off to the front of the store. Everything was quiet, just the soft music playing in the background of the store. A short while after, a customer walked in. A strange-looking man with a long coat, hiding his face. I thought nothing of it and carried on doing my crossword puzzle. I watched him in my side view as he walked around the store, browsing through the shelves. A moment later, when I looked up to see, he was gone. I thought I'd better have a check around in case he tries to steal something, and I definitely didn't have the money to replace anything at this point. As I was looking through the shelves, trying to spot the man, I noticed a shadow coming from the back of the store towards the storeroom where I usually work. Customers aren't allowed there, so it was very strange if this man had wandered off that way. I carried on heading towards his direction. As I got closer, I noticed the shadow had gone. So had the man. Getting frustrated now, I stormed off on the other direction, looking for the man. He was nowhere to be found. I walked off to the security office to check the cameras. I woke up the security guard and explained the situation. He looked through the footage and turned to me and said, "There is no one in the store, nor did anyone enter the store from 11 p.m. I looked at him confused and said, "There's definitely someone in the store. I think you should check again." He told me to sit down and look through it with him. To my surprise, he was right. There was no one in the store, according to the footage, nor did anybody enter the store. For a moment, I considered insanity on my part, or maybe just overtiredness, and could have been imagining the whole thing. I returned back to the front of the store. The other lady had also just arrived, so I walked back to my storeroom to continue packing. As I headed for the storeroom, on the glimpse of the corner of my eye, I saw the shadow right outside the storeroom, and I saw the long coat hiding from behind one of the shelves. I knew I wasn't imagining it. This just freaked me out way too much, and I decided to call it a night. I told my manager I wasn't feeling well, and since that day, I never returned back to the